Anyway, like I explained to all my White Star people and my other people, I said just protect people, just do your job, don't try and lie, don't try and mess with people, blah blah blah. You know, if you want to expose them for the people that they are, then that's fine. But you know, don't go through. You know, if you just want to not say something about someone, then that's fine. But don't go out of your way to cover things up. Don't try and subvert whatever on purpose. Like either like I said, you know, I am LS. You know, I mean, my exoskeletons had found me. My 1.5s had found me. All of my life form types had found me and come in contact with me at some point in time in my existence. They knew me in space. They found me out in space. In all the whole universe, they would find me. You know, cruising around or doing whatever. You know, and come and contact me. You know, and that's the whole universe, and I'm one life form, one ship. You know, and they find me. So, you know, that's why I told Rosella, and I said they're gonna find us. Don't worry. And you know, that's why I told Rodney. I said they're going to know. They're going to go back in time. They're going to watch all of this. They're going to see every single little thing you've ever done. And then some. You're not going to be able to stop them. The human race is not that powerful. So, not even computers could face off against 12 of the oldest life form types. I mean, even I wouldn't try and do that. I'm not that stupid. I said, mostly I just built and existed. You know, I didn't try and take over anything or anyone. I didn't try and fuck with anyone, you know, I was just, you know, mostly I just built and designed things. Anyway, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Like I said, and I don't think Nixon or even, Nixon knew more, but I don't think they had any idea. Like I said, honestly, I think, because a lot of them, the government or Nixon or JFK or Jimmy Carter, a lot of them were going back in time and trying to keep other people from knowing about things. And like I said, if you actually saw it from the distance, you would actually see how they actually stopped themselves from knowing things. It's like, that's what happens when you go back in time and you start screwing around and then trying to keep it so they know things, but no one else knows it. And it's like, you know, you're just going to trip over yourself. It's not even worth trying. Like, it's just... wow, it was just ridiculous. It just caused this little nightmare or whatever. Yeah, whatever, I don't really care. Like I said, I was watching it like, that's weird. Anyway, like I said, I didn't really worry about it. I just did what I was doing, and like I said, we built great big ships, and I asked my people to do films and everything else, which they did. So, and I was very proud of my people, and like I kept telling people, like I said, there was lots of gold down there. There's cities underneath the water. You know, I told them there were pyramids underneath the water. I told them there's lots of ships with gold. There's blister steel, or stable steel ships down there that went down in the oceans. There's even a few I think we sunk, so the future would know what I had, what I was building, what I was doing. Because like I said, a lot of things were being covered up about blah 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 blah, and like I said, you know, one shipment or whatever for me was like, you know, whatever. You know, go ahead and sink one just for posterity, just so the future can see what we were doing. You know, and see how it lasts underwater. Anyway, like I said, I don't really care. It doesn't really matter. But long before JFK or Nixon or anyone else came along, or Rodney. Hey, whatever. Like I said, I don't shoot first. You know, they took their best shot, and well. Anyway, I'm still around, so. Anyway, I can thank my Irish people, I'm sure, and my German people. Like I said, somehow the Germans knew everything that was going to happen and foresaw it. They could see with the maneuvering and the people, because like I said, the Germans were that good. They were really good. So, anyway, lots of people would support, would whatever. Anyway, whatever. Like I said, it doesn't even matter. It's such a nightmare and such a mess. That's just like, you know, like I said, by the time I was 9 years old, or within 2 or 3 years of taking my vacation, I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm over this whole living a life as humanity. I told you it was going to be a waste of time. It is a waste of time. But, at least the world knows that, there's only one Lucifer star, and it's me. There's a bunch of people that are trying to pretend or trying to blah, 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 blah. It's like trying to pretend to be the epic creator. That's ridiculous. Trying to pretend to be a 100 trillion-year-old creator that is the creator of 12 life form types. Anyway, whatever. Just crazy. But yeah, White Star Lines, like I said, they were trying to say the White Star Lines is bankrupt, or White Star Lines went out of business, or White Star Lines, like there was a trust, my Irish were more than rich enough. They made more than enough money they should have. The ships were quite profitable. So they lived good lives. They were able to buy whatever they wanted, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway. They probably didn't even know who I was. The Germans were very much acting as a buffer, you see. Like I said, the thing was my accounting was a mess. I needed forms and documents. And at some point in time, one of the little shops, one of the printing presses, one of the Germans, I asked him, I said, will you please deal with this? And the Germans were like, us? Me? And I was like, yeah, I'll pay you. Will you please deal with this problem? Because orders were being messed up, blah, 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 blah. And so I asked the German family, or one of the families, I said, will you please deal with this for me? Will you please make forms for me? So I believe the Germans started. There's one little shop, and it's still there, or at least it's a historic thing like that. It's a print shop. And I asked some Germans to start making letterhead and forms and blah, 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 blah for me to straight, because everything was getting to be a nightmare. Just saying, oh yeah, Bob, we need 50 more, that doesn't really, because then they forget. So I needed everything done. So the Germans were stepping up to the plate, for me, to make forms and also to handle the accounting of everything. So, and a great, wonderful job they did, by the way. So, anyway, I don't know, it was one of the families in Europe. So, anyway, they were dealing with all the different things, making new forms, making order forms, making mobile forms, making all the paperwork. So, anyway, like I said, they asked me one time, and I said, "Oh yeah, you can order anything you want. You're the people handling all this stuff." So, they ordered some stuff for themselves, but 5 or 6 people or a whole family or whatever, and I think they ordered some stuff for the printing press. Like I said, I had more than enough steel. I had more than or metal. And more than enough iron. I had whatever you wanted. You could just write down and be like, I want a ship. That's why I was like, can we get a Brian ship or whatever? And so they're like, the Britannic. You just write down the form. One ship, blah, 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 and hand it to my draftsman. And my draftsman would be like, there you go. And they would just, and the LS shipyard would be like, yes, it's a little small. Can we get a bigger print of this? Like that's how good my Irish people were. And the next thing you know, and this is by hand with slide rule. I say, what's up? Not all you children. With slide rules and abacuses, they were doing the stuff. Yep. I know. My people are awesome. Like I said, I had the best people in the whole world, the whole planet. I had the top people. I could afford it, and besides, like I say. And they were amazing, wonderful people at that. Even my mop people were top people. Anyway, I don't know. but like I said, and like I said, every single name in the LS shipyard, every single name was taken down. Every single person in that shipyard that built those ships was photographed. And that was me that was making sure that they were photographed. Anyway, that's why later on, when people were blah, 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 the Irish were like, see? Like I said, all the pictures. Anyway, yeah. So, it's a good thing too. It's funny. Like I said, many a time I'd be like, we need to take a picture of this. Let's take a picture. Like I said, that's why there's this one shot of Mars or something, or Saturn or whatever, and there's a shot of the LSF, and you can't really see the lettering on the LSF, unfortunately, but you can see the little wings, the little fins on it, and there's the LSF, and then there's these two ships next to it. It's an ancient 100 trillion year old or 50 trillion or billion whatever photograph of the LSF coming, like orbiting, doing a close orbit around the planet, and two little other ships flanking it. That's my ship. Anyway, like I said, so. And Nixon or Jimmy Carter or other people would be like, oh, the claw screw is bad. We'll never forget. Meanwhile, ring ring, your ship. Like, oh my God. To the people. To the rest of the universe. Whack! Ah. Like I said, it's just sad and pathetic. Oh well. So, anyway, so since you weren't there, and this is considered top secret national security, and it's been very much burned and destroyed, I think it's only fair that the children know what was going on and why. And how Germany and Japan or China were trying to hunt down those White Star submarines until they finally were leaking oil. By the time 1970 rolled around, they were leaking oil out the ass. And you could literally track them by the oil slicks that they were leaving behind. And still running drugs. Probably for the Republicans and Democrats. Pathetic. Like I said, my military always, I had a nuclear submarine by year 1,200 or 1,300. Actually, no, that's right, no. I had it by year 700 or 800. They took it apart and tried to take it apart and figure out how it worked by year 112. I think that was the Republicans or somebody. They stole it or whatever, and then they took it apart. Like, that's the most hilarious part. So you find a nuclear submarine and running around the world. You finally steal one or get one. And you take it apart to see how it works. Well, that's the Republicans for you. I feel sorry for them. Like, wow, really? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They did. And they hid it from me until finally there were people dying in this town, and everybody was wondering why. And somebody finally contacted me about it. I was like, oh, well, that was a nuclear submarine. Actually, I think, oh, no, that's right. No, I was wondering where it was, and I had someone go check on it. And they said, it's not here. I was like, what do you mean it's not there? That's where I left it. And then that's when, whatever. And then, or something like that. Anyway, whatever. Like I said, it was a long time ago. Probably considered national security, top secret. Like, all these national security things are top secret things. You children will be like, what the? Well, oh well. What can I say? Stealing from the superstar. Oh well. Shrug. Good one. What smart people. 2000s. Like I say, why don't you go take apart another nuclear reactor while you're at it? Come on, kids. Come on, Ronnie Bruddy. Go take apart a nuclear reactor. Come on. Or I know, try and take a picture of a nuclear reactor. With a normal camera.